Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to be doing another collection flip through for Rosie Studios. This is the Heartfelt collection and it is available today. So I will leave the link to the Rosie Studio store in the description box if you want to pick up this collection for yourself. They are also releasing a second collection today called Bellevue that is also available right now. So let's just crack into it. You can see here the colors are lovely and soft and pastel-y, and I have a very specific project in mind for this collection, so I will be working on that over the next month. I was going to say a month or so, probably over the next month, because obviously in December I will switch gears very quickly to December daily. But this month I am going to use this collection to work on a wedding album. So I'm almost at my 10-year wedding anniversary and have never even attempted, let alone completed, a wedding album. So that is my agenda for this collection. So I'm going to start with the embellishments, and this one I have open so that you can see them a little bit more clearly. These are a bunch of lovely little die cuts, but they are vellum, so that's going to be an interesting texture to work with. I'm not a huge fan of things like vellum and acetate. I find them a little bit harder to work with, but these ones are just beautiful. You can see the kind of florally love heart motifs that are all through this collection. I'm definitely going to challenge myself to use some of these pieces because they are very, very pretty. Next up, we have some glitter foam embellishments, and these are kind of in lieu of like enamel dots or enamel hearts in this collection. It's hard to kind of describe to you how cute these are. These are so tiny, and there are bunches of them, as you can see. They are very gold and glittery, and they are on a white foam, so you do get a little glance of the white on the side there, but a very, very pretty, bright, sparkly gold. Next up are some puffy stickers, and these are just adorable. Again, I love tiny sized things, so these are right up my alley. There's a whole mixture on this puffy sticker sheet. So we've got the kind of, icons at the top. There's florals and hot air balloons and little deers and butterflies and like very cute, pretty, soft, love-filmed themes. We've got a bunch of little puffy hearts, which you know are my favorite, and then some very cute little puffy sentiments. There's a mix of fonts in there, but you can get a kind of broader range of some of the colors. Whilst the majority is kind of pastel-y and pretty, there is a darker green and a darker blue in here as well, which is just a lovely kind of mix of colors. One of my favorite things from Rosie Studios collections are these gold rub-ons. They're very hard to show you just how lovely they are on camera. The only part of this that is a rub-on is this beautiful reflective gold, and it is so shiny. It's like chrome-like gold. The sheet is pink, but that does not come off on the rub-on at all. It is literally just the gold sentiments. There are two sheets in here. They are different, a mix of like sentiments, text sentiments, title sentiments, little love hearts, arrows, and these very, very pretty florals. It's definitely a kind of like a blossomy cherry blossom kind of magnolia looking floral throughout this whole collection, and I just adore these gold rub-ons. Next up, I have some chipboard embellishments. So there are two sheets on here as well. We've got, again, that same kind of motif, lots of hearts, a few florals, and then some lovely text kind of sentiments. On the back side, we've got a couple of swallows and a couple of these little, they're not Polaroid, what are they? Slide frames. They're just super cute and super little. There is a stamp set included in this collection, and these are very similar to those gold rub-ons. The same way we've got this little, well, there's a couple of little floral clusters. I think these would be super cute for making kind of a frame around my page. So I got so many ideas to work on. You'll be seeing process videos here on YouTube. Also, I'll be working on it over on my Patreon page if you feel like you want more inspiration of this kind. The foam alphas here, so not alphas, foam sentiments. So instead of alphas in this collection, a whole bunch of foam alphas. Now these are the same as those little tiny heart stickers, and that they've got the bright shiny gold glitter, and it's very hard to see. The white ones are also glittery as well, so they're very, very pretty. They're on white foam. All sorts of lovely sentiments in here. I think they're really, really pretty. And a mix of that kind of scripty font and then a much more straight up and down sans serif font. They just look gorgeous together. And then the last of the sticker embellishments, we've got a cardstock sticker pack. There are 2 sheets in here. The first side has a lot of little sentiments, so some of them are kind of sentiment strips. And these larger ones, although they look like they're on strips, they are actually die cut around the outside of the word, so they are more kind of shaped. And then on the back we have a very little alpha, so that is gold foiled on white. The other thing I love about this collection is the background is white on a lot of these embellishments and the pattern papers, which is a nice change from kind of cream or often there's a kind of grey background. This is a very crisp white, what I love. Now there are 2 die cut packs, as always, tons of die cuts in Rosie Studios collections. These ones are the ephemera pieces, so they are more kind of icon-y, and you can see the theme here very, very clearly, the same as the stickers. Lots and lots of very, very pretty florals, lots of pink, lots of hearts. It's very love themed. If you weren't going to do what I'm going to do, which is like wedding album kind of based projects, this would also be really cute for any kind of love themed thing, but especially Valentine's Day coming up at the start of next year. And the second pack of die cuts is more sentiment based, and they're definitely more kind of, I guess, I like to refer to them as kind of layering pieces. So they're tags and labels and cards and all of those more kind of generic layered pieces. And I gotta say, I use these so much more than the icons. Icons can be really specific. I think I'll do well with my wedding album, being very love themed, but often I struggle with that kind of thing. But these packs I love. There's 2 of each shape, so there are a ton in there, and they are perfect for making little layered embellishments, layered clusters, just adding texture and color and layers to all of your projects. Now we get on to the fun part, the papers. As usual, there is a 6x6 paper pad. This has 20 designs and 40 sheets. 6 of them are gold foiled. And in the 12x12 paper pack, it's just a single sheet of each paper and 3 of those are foiled. I'm just going to show you the 12x12s. They are the exact same patterns in the 6x6. Obviously, they are just scaled down into their smaller size. But we can see better in a 12x12. The thing I love about the Rosie Studios papers is that they are single-sided, so you don't have to pick between side A and side B. You can pick all of them because they are all beautiful. Now I love me a rainbow. This one is some beautiful rainbow stripes and really does highlight all of the colors in the collections. Lots of pinks, lots of blues, a little bit of green and some yellow, and again that crisp white. This is kind of a very loose painty kind of stripe, sort of watercolored, sort of definitely handmade looking. Very, very pretty. Get myself some room here. the next pattern is, it's got that same kind of painty texture in the background. It is pink with a beautiful white kind of, I'm going to call it a spot, a white polka dot that is heart-shaped, white grid of hearts. And then another pink, again, a slightly more subtle texture on this one, a little bit of a darker color, and it looks like polka dots, but again, I don't know if we can focus on here. You might have to take my word for it that they are hearts as well. This is one of the beautiful florals in the collection, and again we've got that very pretty, to me it reminds me of springtime blossoms. They are just beautiful. It's one of my favorite kind of times of year, and these represent that perfectly. Another pink paper. This is one of the gold foiled sheets with these little gold foil keys and swallows. It's a very kind of abstract bird pattern though, so I think that would work nicely as just a generic background. It's not too kind of animal themed. Cherries, one of my favorite things. This is definitely a summertime fave for me. And again, we've got that crisp white background. There is a very subtle kind of texture on there with those beautiful kind of cherry, of course, kind of cherry, almost kind of corally colored cherries. And then another kind of corally paper. So this is like newspaper text, I guess, but you can see this is not my camera being blurry. The text is actually kind of blurred into the background. So while there's like this watercolor pattern on top here, it's like the watercolor has leached into the text and kind of blurred it out. So there's no distractions with like words in the text that you maybe don't want on your layouts. It is all very blurred into the background. This is one of my favorite papers in the collection. It's a really pretty geometric. I haven't seen many papers like it. It's not a grid, it's not rectangles, it's this kind of really beautiful mix of, it looks very kind of art deco to me. Lots of curves and straight lines and stars. It's very pretty. This is another geometric, and this is another one of the foiled papers. So this is a very cubed pattern, but the cubes are made up with dotted lines, so it's a little bit more subtle. It is very pretty, and again on that crisp white background. Another of the white papers, and this time we've got more hearts. You can see they're hearts this time, but they are in a kind of a mid green. It's not a super dark green. It's not super light either. It's kind of in the middle there. And then another pretty floral pattern. This is the third of the foiled papers with the leaves being gold foiled. This time it's on a blue background, very much, very summery, very spring, very pretty. Blue background with the white and pink florals. I love this paper too. We've got a very pretty blue wood grain paper with a little bit of kind of neutral thrown in there. It just kind of balances it all out. Stops it being too cold. It's just a very pretty color. Now this is I guess kind of, it's almost a sagey green. It's not really gray, but it's not really green. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, but it's definitely more like a hand-drawn grid pattern. And then more handwriting, L'Amour. I really love this one. I do kind of struggle with text papers as well, but for some reason I'm just super drawn to this. I think it's just the stark black and whiteness. I think it's going to make a really pretty background paper. Now this is more of the darker green that I was talking about. We've got kind of a pinstripe in here. It's definitely, you could almost say it was grey. It's kind of a green tinged grey. It's a very, very pretty green. You know I'm not a big fan of green. This is something I can definitely work with though, because it is kind of on that border between two different colours. Same goes with this one. My camera's going to blow it out because it is so dark with the great big white florals on there. Very, very pretty. This is a little bit darker, a little bit more grey than the green on the stripe, but same kind of tone that it is. It's not a pure grey. It's got this very kind of green tinge to it, so it just coordinates beautifully. And now we've got the kind of darker blue, and again, my camera's going to blow this out, but we've got a whole bunch of little keys, all different colors on this. Definitely it's more on the greener side of blue as well, so there's a lot of kind of green tones going on. They all work nicely together, but this one is definitely more blue than the other two. Then we have some rainbow hearts, so scattered all across, all sorts of different colors in there. This is a much, much lighter green. It's almost bordering on the minty side, and there is a very subtle texture on that one as well, sort of hand-drawn scribbly lines, as well as a little bit of a painty background. And then the last paper is that darker, not quite this dark, more that mid-green, I guess, with again a hand-drawn stripe. It could go vertically, it could go horizontally. You can put it however you want. So that is all the beautiful goodies in the Heartfelt collection from Rosie Studios. I am going to give away one set, one whole collection to one of you. Just leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite piece in the collection is. And at the end of the month, I will pick a winner and send you out a collection for yourself. Hey, thank you for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing what is in this pretty collection. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you again really soon. Bye.